just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Herbert just beat the play clock. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
A check down here for Henry.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Being chased out left. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Herbert. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
To throw again on second down. Mond. Open here, Adam Thielen. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with, it's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Henry running right. Pushes him over, and he works free. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
94 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
A first down carry for Henry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
Here's second and 9.
Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Henry. Touchdown, Chargers! Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And they go play action here. Mon. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
That is caught by Thielen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal. On the 6-yard line.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. A very costly sack there on third and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on fourth. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Mon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
122 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now it's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's third and 18. They need something big. Herbert off of play action. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big game that time for the Chargers.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards, and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On first and 10, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Trucks over him. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Henry. He fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Chargers 28, Vikings nothing. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Complete. It's Henry. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And he's got this to Jefferson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Mon looks to throw on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mond out of the shotgun.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Herbert now. Dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 buzz.
Herbert.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Second and 10, Mon.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Mon. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
On first down, here's Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a second and 10. Mon going to throw it. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Chargers 28, Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Henry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They find some open field here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big run that time by Henry. They keep it with Henry on first down. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Out of the gun, Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And complete right side to Cook. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
They'll try and sneak it here. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down. They'll run for it. Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Chargers 28, Vikings 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit.
Touchdown, LA!
Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chargers 35, Vikings 21.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Things sure were looking good for him at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Great effort by Derwin James on the stop.
At the Chargers' 12-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mond. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game. 35-35.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They begin with Henry. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
It's on 3rd and 7.
Herbert. To Guyton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Xavier Woods, a former Cowboy, in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. 2nd in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before.